series of short videos that I've made on anxiety and panic attacks, and of course they come to you free of charge. Now I thought I'd give you a brief overview of my own experiences so that you know that I do understand how you feel, because I know how difficult it is to break that cycle of anxiety. I was a police officer for 28 years and I was diagnosed with chronic anxiety, and I had to leave a job which I had done for most of my adult life. Now leaving this job meant that really I left behind my sense of self-worth, my self-esteem and my self-confidence, and my life hit rock bottom, and virtually I became a recluse for about a year. Now I had ex-colleagues come to visit me, and I suppose, you know, they were well-meaning, I have no doubt about that, but I suppose that's the first time that I realised that most people don't understand what life's like for you when you suffer from anxiety, because my colleagues would say to me things like, well, you've got a lot of time on your hands now, you should be able to relax. Relax was something that I didn't feel I could do. My body wasn't allowing me to relax. My body, my brain and my body was just on the go all the time because all the chemicals and hormones and everything that were flooding through me as part of my anxiety. And they would say things to me like, well, you live in the countryside, you know, it's a lovely environment, why don't you just take the dogs for a walk? You know, take your mind away from things. Again, what people don't realise is that when you suffer from anxiety, life can be a prison. I mean, I was living in a prison of my own mind, and it didn't matter where I was or what I was doing. I felt as if I was surrounded by barbed wire. So it took a long time for me to be able to get the confidence to actually even think about going out and trying to live my life again. Now, I was on medication and I was receiving some therapy, some counselling. And so I did start to actually feel that I was able to manage my life, start managing my life again. And I applied for a job, and I applied for the job with a local heritage organisation, which is a subject very dear to my heart. And I was offered the job, I took the job, but on the first day I had a massive panic attack and I just couldn't attend. And I emailed them, so I didn't even have the confidence to pick up the phone and speak to them. I emailed them and they were very understanding, but of course that really sent me back down to rock bottom. Now I had met somebody else who was to become my partner, and she said to me, look, things just aren't going anywhere, you know, you're just standing still here where you are. She introduced me and she said to me, will you try something? And so I said, yeah, I'll try anything. So she introduced me to this set of self-help hypnosis CDs. And I have to say, my mindset, which was very sceptical, was more, I'll try anything, but I don't really want to try this. However, I was desperate. I was desperate to free myself from this barbed wire mindset that I had. So I started listening to these CDs. And now the thing is, the real positive thing is that, of course, I was able to listen to these in the safety and security and privacy of my own home. So it didn't matter what I felt like, because I didn't have to leave home to go to a clinic or somebody's consulting room. I could do this in the privacy of my own home. And so if I was having a good day and I didn't want to listen to them, I didn't. If I was having a bad day and I did, I listened to them. If I was having a good day and I wanted to listen to them, I listened to them. But what happened is I started listening to them every day, and sometimes more than once a day. And to my amazement, I found I started to look at life differently. And I started to go from strength to strength. And I started to overcome my anxiety, and I started to realise that I could actually be free of this sort of barbed wire mentality. I applied for another job. Now, this job was more in line with the experiences that I had as a police officer, because I actually got a job training police officers in a police training centre. And I enjoyed that so much, and found that I'd gone from strength to strength, that I actually got another job, a part-time job, in a college of further education. And I was teaching police officers full-time, and that was a job that I continued to do for another 13 years. And I was teaching police officers full-time, and I was also teaching part-time as a tutor in a college of further education. And on top of that, Claire and I, who were together at this time, by that time, decided that we wanted to become foster carers. So we applied to become foster carers, and we started sharing our lives with some fantastic children. Right, well that was the dogs barking. I'm very fortunate that I'm able to work from home, which I really appreciate. However, unfortunately, you do have the interruptions of day-to-day life going on around you. So just to catch up where we were, I'd overcome my anxiety. I had gone from from very dark days to really starting to enjoy my life to the full. And I was working full time. I had a part-time job as a college tutor. Claire and I had become foster carers, and we're now sharing our lives with some gorgeous children. And I was thoroughly enjoying life. But when I looked at what had happened to me, my experiences, I decided that I would use that experience to help others. So I trained as a hypnotherapist. And really, that is why I'm here today talking to you. Because I have been able to help other people overcome their difficulties. And I have now put together this program called Stop Anxiety, of which, of course, the videos that are coming into the inbox of your email are part of that program. Now, as I said in the first video, at the end of the first video, the videos will be coming to you at regular intervals into the inbox of your email. However, if you do want to get them in a single package, then they come as part of the Stop Anxiety program. Or if you want to take your recovery further and you want to also take advantage of the full session hypnosis treatments that come as part of that Stop Anxiety package, then please just have a look at it at the end of this video, and you can make the judgment whether you feel it's for you or not. In the meantime, I have to say it has been a real pleasure talking to you, and I do hope I get the opportunity to speak to you again.